It's a great privilege to be with you here today. My name is Arda from the YWCA of Palestine. Do we want people to come to our side, or do we want them to do the right thing? This is something that I've been thinking about since I've been here now. And actually, at CSW, and even before I came here to CSW, it's something that I was thinking about. Not just about wanting people to do the right thing, but about questioning ourselves and are we doing the right thing? Working at the YWCA and a lot of women issues, given the medium to come here and share our stories with people from all over the world, I feel like a lot of us have become very much about raising scores, pointing scores. The stories that we choose to share seem to be coming from a place in which we want to get people to take a side. You might have heard about the conflict, and the stories that we choose to share, we start to think, well, let's not talk about domestic violence, let's talk about the occupation. We are here on an international medium. We don't want to distract people or show our dirty laundry, we call it. Let's instead talk about certain things that might make people take on our side. So this is just something that I was thinking about. Now, when it comes to employment, I've been reading a lot about employment in Palestine, and I was shocked actually to find out that employment of women in the labor market in Palestine is no more than 17% today, and it's one of the lowest rates in the world, and it's the lowest in the Middle East region. Something else I was thinking about is that according to a World Bank MENA gender report, if that rate was higher, the gross income per capita would have been higher. Now, before coming here, I was talking to a friend of mine who lives in Gaza, which is a place not far away from where I'm from, East Jerusalem. I think, being here in the United States, Gaza would be considered as part of the neighborhood if you compare the distance between Jerusalem and Gaza. But I've never been there. I don't even dream about going there. Even diplomats today can't go there. And this friend of mine, we never meet. We just talk by phone, and if she's given the opportunity to get out, then we can meet out abroad, but not in Gaza. So when I told this friend of mine, that I'm given this opportunity to come here, and of course I see it as a great privilege and an honor to be able to be with you here today, she told me, well, why don't you share my story, since I can't come here? And so I chose to talk about her story. This friend of mine, she was telling me about her mother. And her mother, she sells vine leaves. She used to sell vine leaves in Jerusalem. And at the time, there was no separation, so she was able to come to Jerusalem and get some sort of income. But now that there's separation, and Gaza has been completely isolated, and it's one of the highest most populated places around the world today, with over 1.5 million people living there, not being able to go out, she can no longer come to Jerusalem. She can't work there. And the story that I chose to share about this friend of mine was recently, when there was the war on Gaza in the year 2009. I was talking to her on the phone, and at the time we heard about this tunnel that people were smuggling from, because that's how they do import-export. It's a completely different government that we're dealing with, which again at CSW I'm thinking, which government should we influence, because we have a different set of governments back home. So talking to this friend of mine, she told me that sometimes she wished that she would go through the tunnel and just run away. But I keep thinking about her experience today. She has a job. Her mother made sure that she got her education, and she's getting a very good income. And she told me, when you go to the United States, tell them that it's not so bad. Gaza may be one of the most isolated places in the world today, but she said that she wouldn't want to be anywhere else. So, thank you.